Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
And New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you...
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready. Go 58 to the right. Let's go one more. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hatchet. Hatchet. Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Rice. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
2nd and 14. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
3rd down and 9.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Back to throw here. He's going to go on top for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready. 10-2, sir. Yep. Ready.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain, and, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
70, Indy.
To throw on 2nd down, Bradshaw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Down. 8 read. What's that in? Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got Bravo.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, echo.
Operating from the gun. Bradshaw, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Deuce. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
80 weapon. Under 10. 10.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check safety. Tight dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Pittsburgh. Double time, 3 down, 3 down.
2nd and 13. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Set up, 18 Gator. Let's go. It's our time. It's our time. Slam. Hey. Check 43.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set, 15, Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Drop deep, bang. Get it.
2nd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Let's go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. Get your swarm on. Check 24. Hey! Watch out. Mike 48. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Check 50. Check 50. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. Check the hot read.
On 3rd down, it's Rice. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
You ready? Go 58 to the mic. Switch up. Watch the shift. Topper. Watch the twist. Joker.
Now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Strip that ball. Jim. Set up.
They'll try to run for it with a fullback Young. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, Wahoo! Check it out. Mike's 50. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Let's go. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. up in a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on first down. Bradshaw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Let's go now. 60 or. Hey, high 7. Don't be scared.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Harris, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Let's get it.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
Ready? Look at me. Zipper. Go, go. Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike. Go.
Back to throw. Bradshaw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and... We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Watch the whip. Shit, shit. Shit. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, exit. Check that.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
61, matchbox light.
On first down, Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 2, Bradshaw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, swing. Swing.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Returnable now for Woodson. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yeah. Hey, Foxtrot. 52,
2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, 70, Indy, look at me, door. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Broken tackle. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Charlie! Mike 50! You ain't got nothing! You ain't got nothing!
To throw on second down. Bradshaw throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 60 or. Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day like this. Hey, Delta. 22 jet bomber. 50, Mike's 50. Come for the shot, go.
On 3rd and 2, Bradshaw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Set up. 10 logo. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
Harris. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Pick it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Go. Banjo. Get it.
Well, here's another carry for Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
I'm coming after you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Bradshaw, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
X3, UAG, chop. Hey, shoot.
From the gun, Bradshaw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 13-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
No, check that. We want Mike 50. Hey, orbit. 65. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards there, a first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run again with Harris. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this trip.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
That's how we do it.
He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go again. Check, 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 check. Zip it. Come on. 3 buds, 3 buds. 90 is a mic. I'm coming. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
10 Lobo. We own it. We own it. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Harris. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run again with Harris. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Hey, you got 3, got 3. 3 down, 3 down. I got 87, that's me, boy.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Ready, ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So this one in the win column.